So you guys wanted the tour. It's not much of a tour. I literally live in a studio, but let's start with the kitchen. Here's my little kitchen. Have a nice little cabinet, little stovetop, electric. I have my kitchen here. Turn around. Little hallway. I need a shoe rack though. Here's the washroom. It's okay in size. This is where I clean up my soul and the rest of the world, you know. I like it because you have these little things, the holder things. And of course, all Vietnamese bathrooms, this is a must. You gotta test the pressure of that, right? Pressure test that. That's good. And here's my studio. This is where I live currently. And you're wondering why the tripod is there, is I'm gonna sit down and tell you and break down all of the costs for this, because it's a little bit different in how I pay and compared to my old place. I have a couch, right? TV included, Wi-Fi not included. I had to buy the Wi-Fi. I had to buy these sheets and pillows. Fun fact, that pillow I have right there is from Canada. Air purifier. Couch, the cool thing about a lot of these condos, they come fully furnished because I ain't got time to move furniture, you know. Came with, over here, a vanity mirror, but it's more my workstation. Perfect. Put my laptop right here, do some work. Little shelf, clothes here, up, down. Also close down here. This chair also came with the room, and as well, washer right here. Unfortunately, no dryer, but there's this thing up here. All you do is you pull it. Now you can fold or hang your clothes. That's what I really miss about Canada, is it's hard to find a 2-in-1. There's some places in Vietnam that do 2-in-1s. This place is 32 meters square. It is a studio, 1 bathroom. And let's actually sit down and talk about how much does it cost me for all this. Definitely need one of this. This is the AC. There's one in the studio right up there. And let's talk about how much this all costs, fam. How much does it all cost? So, let's do some math about how much this actually all costs. Because I'm living currently now in District 4. A lot of you guys have already said hi. What's up? I live here now. I was in the elevator and then some dude right behind me is like, you live here? I'm like, yeah. So first, when it comes to living in these condos, you don't pay one fee. I wish it was a one fee take all, but it's multiple entities, which is kind of annoying. First is your house fee. Your house fee is 12 mil. I pay for this studio. Kind of average in this economy right now, $461 USD, 638 Canadian. Next is your management fees. So my management fees, fee 1 Lee, is 960 VND. You're looking at $50 Canadian, $36 a month just for management. So this includes paying things for maintenance, a gym. Treadmills. There's a little yoga room here. A couple machines. Smith machine. The weight's kind of only up to like 20 kilos. Everything in Vietnam is kilos. So 45 pounds. It does the job. So then I pay my management fee, which is $960, plus water. And this is a case-by-case basis. Paid only 30K this month for water. So it came out to around 980K. So 12 mil plus 980K. Last but not least, I've only been here for technically a month. I've not paid for electricity yet. So electricity is another person. So I pay the management and the water in this building, and then the electricity is completely different. I have not paid that yet. Probably I'll put in the details. You're looking at 2 or 3 days once I find the bill. You're looking at another. I've been having the AC on. It's been hot. Probably looking at, I would say, $1 million as well. Putting that to my grand total of 14 mil to be safe. Let's make it 14.5. So in total, for this studio apartment in District 4, 14.5 million VND. You're looking at $557.67 or $700 Canadian. For your average Vietnamese person, that is an entry-level salary. Which is, you're paying that, equate that to a place like this. But for your foreigner, the privilege that I have is it's still relatively budget friendly. Because back in Canada, I had to pay like $1,300 for a 2-bedroom basement, Prices are even higher now back home. So to compare back home is a little unfair, but for me to live in Vietnam, I do have that little extra runway where I'm like, wait, I'm actually saving 2 months of rent for the price of one for a high-rise and a condo life compared to Canada. But the thing no one ever tells you is when you move districts, you also have to be aware of things like pollution. And for the month that I've been here, I still have massive headaches. And I'm like, I hope it's not the same situation I dealt with in my first place, and it's me adjusting. But that was my little tour, guys. When it comes to renting apartments, going to different districts, you need to learn how to deal with real estate agents. You don't want to get and overpay a lot of things. Get my guide in the link in the description below and how you get an affordable and the right price and how you deal with real estate agents, how you find a home, whether it's short-term, long-term, still very possible. And if you have no idea, that is the guide. For example, here's a free bit. Let's say you sign a 6-month or 1-year contract and you want to break it. You lose your 2 months deposit and you're like, oh no, I'm screwed. But if you talk to a real estate agent, they can help you find someone to transfer the lease. You sublet it so you don't lose your deposit. They might charge you a fee, but you don't completely lose 2 months. But most people that move here, they don't know that. I'm like, I'm just gonna move. And the landlord's like, okay, I'll take all your deposit, but you can transfer. Little things like that you should be aware of. And me living here for a year and plus months now, I'm pretty comfortable living here. But even though my Vietnamese is okay, there's certain things that you don't know because you come back home, you come to Vietnam, you're not too familiar of how things work. So you just want to be aware of that, which is why I made the guide. Link in the description below. What you want to see next. Interviews we got. I've been busy working a lot. Talk about that, working on other projects. And more of these vlogs to come. Eating, food, travel, dating. Should I go on dates? Do you want to see my next date? Maybe I'll show you that in the next video. My name is Peter. I'm still here. For how long? Who knows? Amadine.